Evan, and I am the president of LINC. I'm going to take this moment just for everyone to do an introduction. So, Nick.
Hi everyone, I'm Nick Borsch. I'm Director of Internal Affairs.
And Vishramesh, I'm Director of External Affairs.
And Gaurav will be joining us shortly. Gorga and Neil are not going to be able to make it today. But Dr. Norbash, our faculty director, is actually sitting in the back, chair of radiology. He's making sure this whole thing moves forward. And Dr. Garrett Smith, also in the back, is visiting us from the Bay Area. He's going to be the program moderator. So, what is LINC and why are you guys here today? So, UCSD provides various programs and avenues for entrepreneurship, but there's a limited opportunity to participate in truly interdisciplinary teams that receive formal training in bringing biomedical products to market. So what we are trying to do is provide students with the opportunity for accelerated interdisciplinary biomedical collaboration here at UCSD. Our mission is to build interdisciplinary teams of students and to train them in the process of healthcare and medical technology innovation and foster an environment of entrepreneurship, again, here at UCSD. So what we're doing is bridging the gap between real-world healthcare problems that you see in the clinic, in the hospital, in the operating room, etc., and a team of excited students ready to solve them, which is you guys. That's where you come in. So we're taking students from 4 different schools. That's design, engineering, medicine, and business. And we're combining them on these interdisciplinary teams to innovate. And the reason we do this is that there's much more potential when you have people from different backgrounds working together, because everyone thinks of problems in a unique way depending on their background training. So our program is divided into 3 phases. Those are identify, invent, and implement. And it culminates in a demo day in June. So in January, we start with phase 1. This is when you are identifying the problem that you want to work on. This is a very important part because you need to make sure you're working on a problem that is worth your time and effort. If you spend the next 2 phases on a problem that wasn't a good choice, then you've essentially wasted your effort. So in phase 1, we're working on team development, clinical needs screening, and market landscaping. In phase 2, you're going to work to invent. So this is where you're doing your solutions concept generation and selection, customer validation, and early prototyping. Next, in phase 3, you implement. This is where you do product development planning, financial planning, and business planning. This is where the MBA students really come in full force. And then lastly, this culminates in demo day. This is where you pitch to local investors, faculty, students, etc. at the entrepreneurship showcase, and to other stakeholders in order to raise funding. So this is a more detailed snapshot. This is our pilot program lasting 6 months, again from January through June of next year. Again, we're taking teams from design, business, engineering, and medicine through the Biodesign process, which has been very successful at Stanford. So Stanford actually pioneered this back in, I think, 2000, 2001. And they've been very successful with it. We're closely modeling LINC after their program. It's built by the students and for the students. So if you guys have suggestions, we're willing to listen to feedback. We want to make the best possible experience for you all. Again, the dates is from January to June. And class is scheduled for every Tuesday to Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Not all lectures are going to be 2 hours, but you're going to have anywhere from 2 to 4 hours of lecture every week. And on top of that, there is going to be some outside work for your team prototyping, your team project, your team research, etc. So expect 2 to 4 hours of lecture time and an additional 3 to 8 hours of time outside of the classroom per week. And again, this is our leadership, this is our team. So in summary, you're going to be learning firsthand about healthcare innovation and entrepreneurship in a team-based project for graduate students at UCSD. We're using the Stanford Biodesign process to identify, invent, and implement new ideas with commercial potential. You're going to be learning from experts in the field, in industry, in academia, on how to solve these issues. So we have lecturers, we have guest lecturers from all over. We'll be flying into San Diego, sharing their experiences and their expertise. Garrett Smith is going to be he's going to be the moderator, and he'll be taking you through the course and coordinating with these lectures as well. I'm going to be pitching at a demo day. I lectures every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. I'd like to invite Garrett now up to the stage to say a few words.
All right. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, everyone. It's really good to be here. I've been very excited about this course, if you'd like to call it, incubator, since I was approached by Kevin and some of the team members about a year ago. So this is a lot of hard work in the making to create this, and so I really think it's a wonderful opportunity that they've worked so hard to put this together and now coming into fruition. So a little bit about myself, who am I? Why am I flying from San Francisco down here? I started grad school here at UC San Diego 10 years ago. I studied bioengineering. I came here because I wanted to start a company. I moved from Arizona. I knew there was more going on in San Diego. I knew that UC San Diego was kind of a powerhouse for science. But what I found out, at least 10 years ago, is there wasn't as much commercialization efforts as I was hoping. And so, I did a number of business events, or went to UC San Diego Entrepreneur Challenge or things like that. But I really found out about a program at Stanford called the Biodesign program, and it's been around for 15 years now. There's a textbook that we'll be actually going over part of the course, which is this: identify the clinical need, invent the product, and implement the solution. That's what we'll be really focusing on, is that you as a young innovator will have a blueprint that you can take not only in this course with whatever you and your team take forward, but also for future companies and future companies and future companies. So this program has had tremendous success. It's basically seen as the best guidebook, if you will, on medical technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship taught all around the world. And I've actually had the opportunity to teach it all around the world, including there's a Stanford affiliated program in Ireland where there's tons of med tech and biotech and pharma companies in Ireland. So I've had some experience working with grad students, working with fellows, helping them along this journey of not necessarily starting a company, but how do you take a calculated approach to innovation that you can use further. So it's really exciting. After I did that program at Stanford, actually during that year, where their course is a year, 10 months, as opposed to this one being 6 months, and it's a full-time program, basically it was composed of 4 people on each team, just like what we're hoping to create here, I believe 3 to 4. And we're really hoping that it'll be a multidisciplinary team. So a clinician, business person, or medical doctor in training, or future to be medical doctor, be a business person, basically just create a very multidisciplinary team. And then we went through this process in 10 months instead of 6 months. And we actually co-founded 2 companies in the ophthalmology space. And over the course of time, one of them raised about $25 million, and it was sold for over $100 million, and the other one was licensed out to a large eye care company. So it's not to say that if you go through this process, you're going to have the same type of result, but it's the idea that you're going to learn to de-risk. So how do I know if this is a good idea to spend the next year or 2 on? And I remember when I was in grad school, it was more like, hey, I think this is a good idea, but where's the market? And just start shoving the solution into different markets to think, oh, maybe it's over here, maybe it's over here. Probably see professors do that a lot, and that's just because they're more idea people. So this course will teach how you take a step back before you fall in love with a certain idea that you want to take forward. Take a step back and say, is this really a problem? Do people really care about this? How impactful is this? And so that's this identification phase. That will be the first 2 months of the course. And I think we're still deciding how we're going to have these needs come in. I think it could be a mix of you as a student saying, hey, there's something I really want to work on and I have an idea. And it's not to say we're going to shoot it down. It's going to say, let's actually study it and let's see the open space around it if it really is a problem. And then I think on your website you also have clinicians too, right? That
Clinical submissions page, that's right.
Yeah, so, and I don't know if we're going to have a specific focus area for this year, but I think it's going to be kind of more open to healthcare, ideas or healthcare projects that you may be interested in, but the team is only going to move forward working on it if there's a good case that this actually could solve a real tangible problem. Anyways, so yeah, thanks everyone for sharing, and look forward to continuing the conversation further.
Thank you, Garrett.
Thanks.
So you guys get the opportunity to learn from this guy who's a UCSD grad and a huge success story. So that's really exciting. So thanks again for coming out, guys. Applications are due December 16th at midnight. You can go to bluelinksd.com. We have more information there. That's actually what the application process is. And you can send us questions at info@bluelinksd.com.